As you all know that it is rainy season, I always rise to my occasion every morning, and today I prepared some trenches around these maize plantations. As you can see, I am preparing them between the space lines of the maize because I want to plant some cowpeas. And as you can see, I have a lot of amaranth. That one has germinated by itself in the land. And so because I want to have some green stuffs, that is the reason why I'm preparing a place to put the cowpeas. And you can see there the amaranth that is already in the farm. And the varieties of some malenges there are different varieties. These are the pumpkins plants, that is what we call malenge by vernacular. And this one is that tree that gives us the berries. There we have the sorghum plant and the bananas. And remember, once I was planting these banana tubers, I never expected and I never believed whether they can do well in the soil of Kamulu. But I have realized, as I motivate everyone to try this in the farm around the Kamulu area, it is good that you find the stem tubers of the banana, put them in the soil. Then when you have water, it is good to water them, because we have really done great work to water them to make sure that they are the way they look like. And you can see the maize plantation is doing so well there. A variety of pumpkins that have grown on the land, on the farm. And last season we harvested a lot. And here we have the pixel plant. As you can see, I hold it there. So we have done a lot this time. Then after that hour, I went to spray in the land. Remember, during the rainy season, it is the time that we are busy when planting maize and other things. And what we have normally done here is that we have done intercropping, where we have planted maize and beans. That is what we call mixed farming. Mixed farming, and that is what you can see there. And so I first did the weeding, which I normally did within the first 3 weeks after planting. The third week after planting, because it helps to control the winds very early. And now, as I happened to pass through the land, I saw that there is a lot of infestation that comes from insecticide, especially the beans. If you look at their leaves, they have been torn. There are some spots of the holes there, and even the maize, there are some worms that are eating them. So you find that when we don't use the medicine this time to control these insecticides, it may end up reducing the product of harvest in this land, most especially on the signs of the beans, because once the leaves are destroyed and they are the ones which photosynthesize for food, then it means that the plant will not produce or will not bear any product. And I'm very happy, very delighted, as you can see, doing this job, because farming is one of the things that I really embrace and I love it. And I have mixed my medicine with a foliar fertilizer, because foliar fertilizer normally has what we call nitrogen. So in order to give proper nitrogen onto the leaves, for them to be able to photosynthesize very well, you need to apply the foliar, and that is exactly what I am doing. And so this one will help nourish the plant with the food and feeding stuff, since it will be able to do good photosynthesis and creating food for the plant. As you can see, the land has a lot of weed. Most of the times that is grass, which normally grows in this area. But I preferred not to use the herbicides in the control of the winds, and that's the reason why you see I did what we call the manual tilling, manual weeding. And when you are doing what we call manual weeding, you do fix nitrogen in the soil, and as a result of fixing this nitrogen in the soil, then it makes the adventitious root of the maize to absorb this nitrogen and helps the stem to grow properly. And you can see the maize plant is very strong. And then when you are using the Jembe manual way of farming, you shall make sure that as you can see, the ground is very clear where I have done it. It is that you uproot every weed that grows there. So it is more economical, more cheaper to use manual ways, especially in small farming like this. But in large scale farms, you find that you need to use the machine to farm, or because it is very expensive to pay for the labor of those who do that. And you find that within a very short time, these maize now shall be producing. They shall be producing, because now it is almost 2 months from the time that we planted. And you find that it is doing so well. The soil is so good in this place. And I just encourage farmers to take seriousness, to be serious in what they are doing in farms, and to try to improvise the methods of improvise better methods of farming in order to improve the products. And farming is good because it will reduce the cost of purchase of the items in the market and the shopping centers, because when you have maize around, you can go and fetch at least 2-3 things and take to the miller. Then you have the wheat. It is not expensive. It is not it is easy when you have this product by yourself. When you have a working place, go do work, because it reduces the cost of purchasing items, especially the time like now when the economy is so deplorable. We need to do a lot of work in farms so that we can keep some stocks in our stores, and these stocks gives us an assurance of the go forward and in our lives, because we can, when you have something to eat, then it is good. It is an assurance of truth that you can manage to keep money and have money by yourself. I encourage every youth and every farmer around, if you have the space, to do something, especially during the rainy season, because when you have done something, then you must have a good harvest of what you have done. I love you wherever you are viewing from, my subscribers, as I urge you to touch your friend and tell him to subscribe on this channel, Nelson Adventure 7263, and I hope that you shall continue supporting me by viewing my channels and finding more subscribers for me wherever you are. Now it's time. Enjoy watching the clip. It is like that.